Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Trek to Alaska. Let's pick up from where we left off on the first episode, Zion National Park, as we give our last goodbyes to newfound friends from Germany.
But this area is much more better. Okay, so have a nice day.
Wow, look at these.
Yeah.
Soon, it's back on the wings for the return trip to St. George, Utah for another restful night. We've made plans for an early departure due to a heat wave blanketing the U.S. Just the other day, it was 113 degrees. And yet, here we are. So full disclosure, a little crazy goes a long way with motorcycling. We were up at 5 and on the road by 6, heading for Salt Lake City. This is after we played a few rounds of ring around the parking lot looking for an exit. All in all, the early departure was a success, and within 2 hours of being on the road, we were treated to a cold blast as temps plummeted to 55 degrees. Unfortunately, this was short-lived, and the temps quickly started to rise. We finally made it to Beaver Creek, Utah for a breakfast and cool-down break before heading on to Salt Lake City.
All right, good morning, people. This is your boy Tony Rey-no coming at you from Two Wheel for Fun. Here on the outskirts of Beaver City, Utah. The destination for today is Salt Lake City. And I'm traveling along with Dave, Corventure Dave from Fillmore, and Rich and Kake, otherwise known as the Boots and Jeans Riders. We're all going to Alaska on our motorcycles, and we're out to have fun. Now, Rich and Kake, they've been on the road for months, and not necessarily for this trip, but this is what they do. They get on their motorcycles and they ride. And now they were all the way on the East Coast getting ready for this adventure. Or not getting ready for this adventure, but waiting for the date for this adventure. And they gallivanted all the way back across America, all the way back to Utah, and said, "Hey, Tony, we're just here to let you know that we're going to be in Utah for a few days, so when you get ready to roll up to Mount Rushmore to meet up with the other guys, you can roll with us if you want to." And I was so humble, like, man, so humble, because I'm like, sheesh, they want to ride with me? And there's not a lot of people that do that, but it's moments like this where you plant the seed of a memory, and it grows into a big sequoia tree, because when I first met Boots and Jeans Riders, we had conversed for quite a few times over YouTube when I was in Sicily and had a blast. And now here we are months later, heading to Mount Rushmore, heading to Glacier National Park, and then on to, last stop, Alaska. Of course, there'll be many more stops through there, but I just want to let you know of the main destination, which is Alaska, and to tell you that that's what you can do on your motorcycle. You can go to Alaska. In this life, live this life. I'm Tony Rey-no, Two Wheel for Fun, the site I created for the simplicity of the ride. Check out that. All right, people, this is Tony Rey-no from Two Wheel for Fun again. We are continuing on to Salt Lake City for our hotel. We're about an hour out, and Dave in the background, followed by Rich and Kake from the Boots and Jeans Riders Club. Yeah, yeah. You know what they say, if you ever Wait a minute. They're not home, so you can't look them up. How about this? If they're in your part of the town, they're gonna look you up. Look you up.
But as we made it to Salt Lake City, the night was filled with laughter as we headed out to meet up with friends of Rich and Kake for dinner. This will be the first of many food stuffing sessions. And might I add, just another reason as to why we ride Gold Wings. I mean, what other bike can carry all this extra weight? But seriously, dinner and conversation was great. And after 2 or 3 hours of them reminiscing, it was back to the hotel for sleep. And yes, you guessed it, another early day, because the heat was still tracking us.
Exactly. That's because it's up in elevation. But the good thing is no rain, bad thing, sun. This was somewhat the view out of our window last night, minus the bird splat that I have on my windshield there. But everything else is gorgeous. I think that's the way we came from, and we're headed this way over this mountain range.
Leaving Salt Lake City, we came upon what we now know is the Echo Reservoir. But to us, if it looks like a lake, we're gonna call it a lake. And even though we were being hunted by the heat, nothing beats that cool feeling you get when chilling by the reservoir. Oh, I mean lake.
And this beautiful sight.
It's one of those things where you always say the camera don't do it justice. Right. Definitely. Oh yeah. Wasn't expected to pull up on it and say, let's go. Beautiful.
This is nice. Good morning, my peeps. This is Tony Rey-no here with Rich from Boost and Kings Riding. We are. What's the name of the lake?
Huh?
What's the name of the lake?
I have no clue.
It's I Have No Clue Lake. So wherever it is, we're here. You're not.
I have no clue link.
Think I don't know. The thing that, let's see here. All right, take two. What's up, man?
What's happening, Tony?
This is why we
Right.
why we ride.
Right. Yeah. Like you don't know no ride.
What do you got to say, Dave?
Goodness great.
Goodness, great.
Yeah, this is super. And apparently, I'm not about to.
And as always, there's no rest for the weary, and we slowly make our way back to our bikes.
Bonus. Again, man, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you're enjoying this.
Glad I was invited.
Gotcha. Thank you for telling me to meet y'all here. Thank you.
Last check, we had 250 miles to go to the next campsite. But as shown here by the Boots and Jeans riders, the heavy winds made us abort the campsite and seek out steady shelter for the night.
Tony, what you think about this wind?
This is crazy, but it is cool. We're gonna see Rich in Alaska. We're gonna see blows there.
What about that? Hey, what you think about this wind?
Hey, it's puffing.
It's
I could not keep the cover on the bike. It's puffing. So, part of the adventure for sure.
It's a fun venture, yes it is.
Fun venture.
Two Wheels for Fun had his bike cover on the inside out. So now they're trying to turn it over and it's turned into a parachute. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at it.
I even have to buy a tent.
This is the type of day we're having.
But all was not lost. We ran into a YouTuber called Wandering Jeepsy. A fellow YouTuber, needless to say. And you know we got our YouTube on.
And because of Dave, actually our first time meeting Dave on this voyage, Dave recognized her.
What's her name? Sarah.
He got excited, so now we all excited. Y'all know when we get down.
Wait and see what their channel is about. I let Rich, right?
Rich.
I let Mr. Rich and Miss Kake slide a little bit because they're Saints fans. But it's okay. You know.
Who that? That's what I want.
You can edit this out, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh, goodness.
How many Super Bowls have you won?
Okay. And it was very nice meeting them.
Good morning, people. This is Tony Rey-no from Two Wheels for Fun. I'm at Echo Campsite with Rich and Jeans riders and Dave, for Venture Dave. Check out that sunset and check out our campsite. I can't tell you where we're at, but man, it's awesome. Our secret campsite.
All right, YouTubers, that's about it from Rawlings, Wyoming. I'm Tony Rey-no, and this is Two Wheel for Fun, a page I created for the simplicity of the ride. And remember, in this life, live this life. And before you go, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for the Boots and Jeans Riders, Wandering Jeepsy, and the Two Wheel for Fun YouTube pages. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.